and welcome to Trojan Sports Extreme. My name is Telly Hunt. I'm a TV student with the Radio Television Broadcast News program, and I'm joined tonight by my amazing broadcast news colleagues, Dulce Abella and Irene Tagama. How are you tonight?
So far, so good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be here, of course. A little nervous because this is our first show. How do you guys feel about
honestly, it? I'm really excited about this, but at the same time, I'm really nervous too.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen hockey before and stuff like that, but I don't really play it. It's different, you know, when you actually play it, you know so much than just like watching it.
Yeah, and the fact that we're going to do this for the first time here at SAIT, like, it's very awesome. It's so exciting. It's like doing TSN and Sportsnet, and you don't get to see this every day, so it's awesome.
Right. So let's get this started. The Trojans are hosting the Briercrest Clippers from Caronport, Saskatchewan. You know, our Trojans are on fire of late. They're on a 2-game winning streak with a record of 7-3. Briercrest sits at 3-5. What do you have to say about these standings?
Yeah, well, I'm happy. Obviously, I'm proud because Trojans is like first right now, followed by Red Deer Kings. And honestly, I'm actually expecting a lot from this game. Hopefully Trojans wins though. But do you expect anything, Irene?
Well, on the last week, like they took a sweep against the Augustana, and at the same time, I was like, wow, like they're on a roll, definitely for sure. And so I hope that with this game and tomorrow's game, you know, like they will do the same. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure.
So let's take a look at our next item. SAIT Trojans men's hockey coach Tyler Drader joins us to provide a look into tonight's sure-to-be epic match against longtime rival Briercrest College. Coach Drader has done a great job with the Trojans, but he's not satisfied. He wants to build a championship team both on and off the ice.
Well, you know, I think we want to compete for a championship and try to make sure that we represent the Trojans in a positive way, the school in a positive way. You know, it's more than just winning hockey games. I think it's about how we carry ourselves on and off the ice, and hopefully we have everybody graduate. And you know, at the end of the day, we want job-ready graduates that are going to be good humans in society, right? Well, I think with our approach, we're not too worried about one individual guy. We try to just work on our team play in general, right? So making sure that we have you know, good support, not giving odd man rushes, things like that, staying out of the penalty box. But I don't think we put too much focus on one individual guy. Yeah, you know what? I think our guys are they're bought in. They got a good group of guys. They just want to win. You know, I think when everybody wants to win, they want to pull in the same direction. And you know, I think we've been communicating lots and talking, which helps to kind of clear the air with things. And but yeah, we got a good leadership core, and I think that helps a lot.
Coach Drader has high expectations for this team. They head into tonight's game feeling well prepared. So tonight our game is going to be commentated on by Brendan Donald and Brett Lebkowski. So thanks for tuning in. We'll now go to Winsport, where the puck drops in right away, I believe. So following our national anthem. So we'll see you after the first period.
Look at that handsome man
I was like, what's going on?
I'm gonna start taking notes on what's happening in the game.
Hello and welcome back to Winsport Arena C here live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We're just moments away from puck drop between the 7-3 SAIT Trojans and the 3-5 Briercrest Clippers. Brendan, go through the rundown quickly of the Clippers starting lineup.
Clippers starting lineup is going to be number 26 here. That is Curtis Weeb. Then we have number 6, Jake Dale. And then we have number 9, Alex Perline.
Of course, sorry to cut you off there, Brendan. We were just a little bit behind there as we got into the national anthems.
As we did, but yeah, now talking about the defense, we have Campbell Enns, and then we also have number 25 for them, Theo Citrell. That is the starting lineup for the Briercrest College Clippers. Now, Brett, take us through the starting lineup for these SAIT Trojans.
Well, of course, we're going to see Boston below us in goal between the pipes for the Trojans, sporting a great record on the year. Back line, we're going to see Keegan Casey and Dylan Shivas starting on the back line there. And then it looks like Coach Drader going with his energy line here. We're going to see Huber. We're going to see Clark. And we are going to see Tanner Sidaway, the former U of R Cougar, up on the forward line here for the Trojans. The referees are ready. Both teams are ready.
And we're ready
underway. Yes, we are, Brendan. We are underway here tonight. Trojans win and control off the opening faceoff. Sidaway controls the line, but is immediately drilled into the boards. But a quick whistle, and only 8 seconds in here, and we've got a quick stoppage in play. As
it looks like we do have a penalty coming up here.
No, I believe just the puck went out of play here, Brendan. So
oh yeah, you are indeed correct. Yep.
Both teams with some penalty troubles here on the season, but so far so good here as we get back going here underway. Coulter Pollock starting in net here for the Clippers tonight. Brendan, only 2 games on the year. What are you expecting to see from him?
I want to see how he's going to react to this first shot of the night. Obviously, as a goaltender, that is something that you always look forward to, getting that first shot. You always kind of like to have it a little bit trickier just to really build that confidence here. And obviously, getting that first shot there, nice little save, not having a rebound there, which is something I know goaltending coaches definitely aren't a big fan of, but great off his game.
Yeah, Shivas with a good shot there from the point. With Dylan Shivas having one heck of a year. 9 points, good enough for second in the ACAC among defenders. What a pickup he's been, the former Prince George Spruce King. As we get going here once again. Puck played to the point. Trying to go across was Caden Schmier there. He just loses the handle on it, but he does a good job to keep that puck in. But here come the Clippers the other way as Milgate sends it up the boards, and it's sent in by Regan Ponsley, number 11. Regan Ponsley, the former Humboldt Bronco, a former teammate of the SAIT's own Chase Felgueras.
Yeah, obviously both playing, and they know a little bit of each other. Obviously played each other here in the ACAC, so it's going to be a nice little exciting matchup here. A little bit of a reunion, as we should say, former teammates.
Absolutely, both playing in the SJHL as members of the Humboldt Broncos after that tragic crash from a few years ago. Big moment for both of those players being able to play on that team after that, as we are continuing on here. Early on in the first, just 1 minute gone. Cox sending it down low. Dylan Cox getting a chance to play here on the top line with Brandon Machado and Brett Trenum. Zach Cox, of course, leading the ACAC with 7 goals on the year so far, as The Clippers able to send it in, but it's sent right back out to center. Clippers have to regroup. They just tip it in and go for a change. As Belois plays it behind the net.
Yeah, Machado also having a phenomenal year, putting up a total of 14 points this year, 4 goals, 12 assists.
As that goal gets sent past Belois, I don't believe he saw it coming. And just like that, a minute 37 into the first period, and the Briercrest Clippers take the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that is the exact way that you would like to start this game here. That is number 6, Jake Dale. Beautiful, beautiful goal there.
Dale's 6th point of the season, his 3rd goal, and a great start for the Clippers here on the road in the first of 2 games here in back-to-back nights at Winsport. Of course, the Clippers traveling all the way from Caronport, Saskatchewan. They don't usually have the home and home like everyone else in the ACAC does, so they're playing back-to-back nights here against the Trojans.
Yeah, they're definitely, that travel time makes them have to do that back, either home to home or back to back. But yeah, going back to Jake Dale there, that is his 3rd goal of the year, leading to 6 points so far.
Ziegler now gonna just throw it up into the air. Spencer Welke, the captain, trying to get it onto the end of that one, unable to do so. Felgueris now controls, picks it up, sends it out wide. Jenkins, his shot off the pipe, stays out. Carson now, he takes a shot off a stick and up and out of play. Carson Welke here getting an opportunity tonight to play alongside his twin brother once again as he tries to find his scoring touch on the year.
Yeah, that Welke connection last year was so utterly dominant, and now they're just trying to find that same chemistry that they had. Obviously, normally so far this year, first couple of games, they didn't quite start, and they eventually moved away from each other, but now they're getting back together.
Welke with 4, Mackenzie Welke with 4 assists in the last game here in that 6-3 win against the Vikings. Hoping he can supply for his brother Carson here tonight.
They were just such a dynamic duo last year.
Puck set now behind the net. Belois going to play it. Being pressured there by the forecheck. Nice job, though, by the Trojans to get it out and up. Possible 2-on-1 the other way, but good recovery there from Briercrest, and they're able to send it down to the other end of the ice, but that's going to be an icing call. 2:46 gone here in the opening period. Trojans stuck one early.
You talk about Mackenzie Welke getting 4 assists in his last game. Just started off a little bit slow to the year. No talking to him last week. He said he definitely wants to start picking it up. Feeling like he's having a much better comeback to this part of the season. Great to see.
Face off here to the right of the Clippers goaltender here, Pollock. Set up to center. Shivas bodied off the puck. Milgate gains the zone, chases after it. But a good recovery there from Cam McAdam. Sends it back out to center. Bit of a center ice battle here as neither team able to really control the pace. Williamson, though, off the turnover, able to get to it, sends it down low. They try to get this 4th line going tonight, and that puck is sent up and into the meshing, and we're going to have another offensive zone face-off coming up for the Trojans. 3:15 gone in the first.
Yeah, Trojans doing a really, really good job at making sure, even now that they're a goal but down, still putting up a lot of offensive pressure. That's exactly what you like to see.
This 4th line is still out for the Trojans. Miller, McAdam, Williamson. You know these guys are going to bring a lot of energy tonight. But it's brought out by Grandfield, and they send it all the way down for another icing call. Bit of a slow pace so far. 3.5 minutes gone here in the first, Brendan. Lots of whistles.
Lots of whistles, not necessarily the way to get the groove going, but both of these teams we know are going to be able to find that groove, and once they do, we're going to have a really, really fun, fast-paced game.
Trojans sticking with this line here. Drowan and Schmier out on the defense. Mark Drowan, only his 3rd game of the year, Mark Drowan, after being out for the first part of the season. Set down low by the Clippers. Belois coming way out to play.
Boy, does he like to go out of his goal net and be very active.
Loose puck there as Grandfield shot. Belois giving up a rebound, but good recovery by the Trojans. Played down to the point, and it's kept in by the captain, Jacob Arsenault of the Clippers.
Clippers doing a really, really good job there at keeping a lot of pressure there on the blue line, making it a really big challenge for the Trojans to get the puck out, but doing really good job by Trojans to get that one out there too.
Trojans outlet pass there by Mark Drowan, misses everybody, Another icing call gone as we've now played 4 minutes, 9 seconds here in the opening period. Clippers holding on to that early 1-0 lead off of the goal by Jake Dale. Offensive zone faceoff now for the Clippers here on the right of your screen. Clippers in the visiting whites tonight. Shot from the point by Kelly, steered aside by Billis. Another shot, another good save there. Below us trying to just steady himself a little bit after that early goal. Clark gonna chip and chase it himself. Clippers though recover, and now it's gonna be Weeb, the leading goal scorer for the Clippers, leading the rush for Briercrest.
Nice little
Weeb
battle
down
here
low,
in the corner.
battling with Clark. And now Clark wins the puck. He's gonna come away with it through center. But Sidaway just a skate ahead of the play, and that is going to be an offside here with just under 5 minutes gone.
You know Dylan Clark was really looking for a good opportunity here. So far this year, he's gotten a goal and 3 assists on the season. Last year when he was playing in the AJHL, played for 2 different teams, 58 total games, 58 total points. So, you know, as a point getter, he'd definitely like to get a few more.
A great season last year in the A for Clark. Looking to build off of that here with the SAIT Trojans. Ziegler holds it in at the point, plays it off the boards, trying to find Machado. Nice, clever play there from Ziegler. Just doesn't work out, and Aiken sends it the other way. And Poncelet gonna chase after that one. All over Ziegler, and a good job by the Clippers now winning the puck, getting it back to Enns at the point. That's Campbell Enns, number 3 from Carmen, Manitoba. It's actually my dad's hometown, Brendan. Small town in Manitoba, so shout out to Carmen.
Gotta love those small wins.
Absolutely, gotta love it. Puck played down low, battle here between both teams. Machado wins that puck now up along the boards, gonna try to play it out, just kept in by the Clippers. Good offensive pressure here in the first as that backhand is sent wide. Centering pass, big save by Belois, absolutely denying Colton Aikens, who had a brilliant opportunity in the slot.
Yeah, Aikens basically had all day. He had daylight there, and Baloo was just coming up with an excellent save there. That's exactly what you want to see from your goaltender after letting in a little bit of a, not exactly super happy after that first goal, but had a bunch of shots against him so far this period. Good rebound after that first shot goal.
Yeah, below us with a .911 save percentage on the year. One of the few goalies in the ACAC who has a save percentage over 900, so he's had a great season, stopping a lot of shots as Mackenzie Welke is able to chip that one up to Carson, plays it back to him. Little twin magic there, just can't quite get that one to fall to Dylan Chivas. And the Trojans reset back inside their own end with Jenkins. Jenkins finds Mackenzie, who's taken off the puck by Dale, the goal scorer, who's having himself quite a good first period there, but that outlet pass misses. And stop me if you've heard this one before, that's gonna be an icing call on the play.
Yeah, definitely a lot of whistles here tonight. I think it's right now both teams are slowly trying to figure each other out. It's kind of like the early stages of a boxing match where it's just a little bit of touch and go. You're not trying to expose too much. You're really just trying to see kind of the holes the other team has.
Absolutely. Here, face-off now in the offensive zone for the Trojans. Bit of a scramble there. Trojans trying to get that one centered. Jenkins, though, able to just control, sends it back to the point. Chivas with a brilliant deke into the slot, shoots, fires. Big save by Pollock early on. That was the first real good opportunity for the Trojans, who are starting to build some offensive pressure. Chivas now, second chance, another great deke. Tries to shovel it towards the goal on the backhand, and it's sent the other way. A great offensive shift there from this Trojans second line as they're back again. It's Mackenzie Welke with the shot. No luck, another good save. Recovers it again though, goes up and just over the net.
SAIT getting a lot of really, really good opportunities here, but just not quite getting that clean lane, but really, really good shooting opportunities.
Good shift there from the second line of the Trojans with Welke, and Jenkins, the 3 second-year players of the Trojans, really showing some good energy here in this first period as we just passed the 7-minute mark. Granfield now throws it to Thashuska, who just throws it down. Clippers now
Briercrest really trying to find some space here, really trying to find that angle. Trojans doing a really good job at covering it up.
Good attempt there from Thashuska, trying to tip that one on goal, but just unable to send that one towards the net. As that puck is played off the boards right in front of us here. Now the Trojans now behind their own net. It's going to be Chase Miller leading the play out. Another fourth line shift here for the SAIT Trojans, as both teams get a bit of a sub here, as the Clippers just throw it down. Pass is turned over in the center of the ice, and it is going to be Enns gaining the zone and just throwing it deep. Drowan now sends it out to Sidaway. Sidaway tries to go cross ice, broken up, but he gets it back. Clark now leaves it for Tanner Sidaway. Loses the handle of it, as all 5 Clippers back inside their own blue line, doing a good job defensively. Good breakout pass now. Clippers try to go the other way. Taken off the puck there was number 9, Alex Pellerin. Huber throws it towards the goal. Pollock able to cover that one up and get a whistle on the play. Trojans starting to mount a little more offense. 8:40 gone in the first.
Yeah, one thing that assistant head coach Josh Watson likes to say is that this team doesn't necessarily have a dedicated 1, 2, 3, 4 set of lines. He says when all of their lines are out there, that is the number 1 line.
You love to hear that from the coaching staff. And I mean, Dylan Williams said he might be playing on what we're calling the 4th line, but I mean, he had an absolute snipe in the last game against the Vikings. Willie can get it done on both ends of the ice, just as anyone else on this team can.
Yeah, one thing head coach Tyler Dreda loves to do is he loves to utilize all of his lines.
Good job to keep the teams fresh when you can utilize all 4 lines on the play. We have a whistle. Referee's arm goes up. We're going to have our first penalty of the game. It's going to be an interference call, and it looks like it's going to be coming up to the Trojans, and it is going to be number 2, Chase Felgiris, heading to the box for 2 or less.
Yeah, so on the power play this year, Briercrest College, as I fumble over my words here, have 8 power play goals so far this year, with a power play percentage of 28.6 off of 28 power play opportunities.
Good enough for second in the ACAC are the Clippers on the power play, probably the area offensively where they have been best, as they're actually dead last in goals on the year with only 21 on the season. Trojans just trying to gain control of this puck. Chivas is able to do so, and just squeaking over the line as it gets past the defender there, Weeb.
Machado out there in center ice, kind of pointing to his players, letting them know kind of where he's going to be right before he heads off for the change.
Pellerin going to dump it in deep below us, coming out to play it. Going to play it up off the boards, but it goes into the meshing. It's going to be a whistle here. Trojans penalty kill here, Brendan. Tell us a little about it.
Yeah, the Trojans are doing a really, really good job on the penalty kill this year. 77.3%, which is good for second in the ACAC so far this year. Definitely a lot better than what they were last year, not getting as many penalties. So that's exactly what you like to see.
Some of these new players that they've added on this team have shown that they can get it done on an offensive end of the puck for the Trojans, as the faceoff going to come to the right of your screen. Won by the Trojans, going to be Carson Welke, who's going to flip it up into the air. But Enns does a good job to keep it in for the Clippers.
Going back to that conversation that we were having there, with the definitely difference in penalties, again, going back to assistant coach John Watson saying this is much more of a mature group.
Enns going to play that one down to Aiken. Good movement of the puck here by the Clippers. Looking to set something up down low by the looks of it, but it's turned over, and Chivas is just able to slap that one all the way down, as there's only 45 seconds left to go on the power play as we hit the halfway point of the opening period. Aikens now for the Clippers, going to go all the way across ice to Granfield. He's knocked off the puck by Ziegler. Great defensive work there by Zach Ziegler.
Trojans doing a really, really good job on this penalty kill at not allowing Briercrest to really get any clean lanes to shoot from, and they're really closing down those passing lanes as well, which is making it really, really difficult for the Clippers.
Aikens now going to cut through center ice here, but he's just a step ahead of the play, as it looks like on the far side of the ice, we had someone just a step offside, and with only 17 seconds left in this opening power play, Trojans looking pretty good on the PK.
They're looking phenomenal right now. Again, like I was saying a little bit earlier, going back to shutting down those passing and shooting lanes, that's the key to a good power play. And boy, oh boy, did the Trojans have one.
Arsenault going to gain the zone here, throw it towards the net, takes a deflection well wide. Trying to mount one last rush here. As Arsenault once again collects, steps in, fires. Kept in at the point by Weeb as we're back to 5-on-5. Shot takes a deflection off a body and wide. Trojans now battling along the boards as they try to gain possession of the puck. Back to 5-on-5, but the Clippers still doing a good job of controlling. Ziegler knocks his man down after getting hit himself. Both teams able to get a change. And now it's going to be Sidaway leading the break. Cutting right through the middle of the ice, doing a good job to drive towards the net. Centering pass to Trenum, just couldn't get everything he wanted on it.
Yeah, just not able to quite get the puck on his stick there. That was easily SAIT's best opportunity so far in this game.
Loving what I saw there from Tanner Sidaway on that rush, showing that experience from playing in the WHL with the Kootenay Ice, the Regina Pats, and the Victoria Royals. Plenty of experience there for Tanner Sidaway. Brent Trenum now gains design, finds Shivitz, gets it back, centering pass, deflected off the stick of the Clippers. And that one just fired towards the goal, and Pollock comes out and retrieves it with 8:07 left to go in the first period.
Brent Trentham, a great pickup for the SAIT Trojans this year, coming over from the Nate Ooks. So far this year, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points, second in the team points. So you'll love to have those first, bring in these types of players and have immediate impact and production.
Yeah, second on the team and second in the league as the Trojans have the 3 top goal scorers in Machado, Trenum, and Mackenzie Welke. So the offensive output has definitely been there for the Trojans. Big shot, takes a deflection just wide. I was going to say the Trojans, twice as many goals as the Clippers so far on the season, but right now, Clippers with 1 more as that one's fired towards the net. Bit of a scramble. Neither team able to get a stick on it. Clippers just playing some desperate defense right now and doing a good job of not allowing the Trojans to get one on the net.
Playing with a lot of desperate defense there, but you know what? If it works, and not really putting your goaltender in a bad situation there. Good job by Briercrest.
Cox now sends it up to Machado. Machado fires it towards the net. Steered into the corner by Pollock. And now the Clippers coming the other way as Weens just throws that one way up in the air. Good play there by Jenkins. Possible 2-on-1 the other way. It's Zach Cox. He's got Miller. Broken up by the Clippers. And that was a great opportunity for the Trojans. Odd man rush. But that defense just coming through for the Clippers and not allowing a shot. Sent down low now. Weens battling with Felgiris behind the net. Trying to center it back to the point, and it goes by everybody.
Machado and Cox playing together, having a really nice tandem of that playmaker and that sniper on the same line. They've been putting into work together so far this year, and you'll love to see it.
Shivas now behind his own net. Got a couple of Clippers all over them, and they do a good job to force the turnover. Fired towards the goal. Billis able to get his glove up and retrieve that puck. 6:25 left to go in the first period. Clippers still up 1-0.
Yeah, Billis had to really kind of snag that one out of the air. Kind of looked like a baseball catcher almost, doing a really, really good job at not allowing that to be a weird bounce on the ice.
Maybe the Toronto Blue Jays will look at that and maybe try to pick him up now that they've traded Teoscar Hernandez.
Definitely be a good catcher, that's for sure.
Battle behind now the Trojans' net. Controlled by Shivas. Dylan Shivas able to throw that one up. It's Huber who's just going to dump it down low. Jenkins going to chase after it. Turned over. Miller tries to shovel it towards the net. Pollock comes way out to retrieve it. He's able to get his glove over top of it. And for Coulter Pollock, he's looking pretty good in net here after having a bit of a struggle this season in just 2 games played.
Yeah, obviously only having 2 games played, you want to get that confidence. Had 6 total shots on him here so far today. And you know what? Has looked very comfortable. Got the puck a little bit lost there on that last cover up, but once he found it, he was able to get his glove over the puck and slow the play down. And that is something defenders love, is when your goalie is able to slow it down.
Getting tossed out of the face-off circle there was Jake Dale, the goal scorer for today's game so far. Clippers, though, with a winger win as they win that face-off, able to send it up through center. Drowan comes all the way back to retrieve it. Now the Trojans behind their own net, going to look to restart. Drowan plays it off the boards. Briercrest really trying to work that forecheck. Centering pass just misses. Tip towards the goal there. Easily handled by Belois. And the Trojans bring it out through center. But Enns now retrieves that puck back and is able to send it right back in for Briercrest. Pellerin with the big shot. Big save, second chance, just misses wide.
Yeah, on that last exit attempt, Mackenzie Welke just ultimately, he had it in his chest. He just couldn't find the puck when it came back to the ice.
Puck sent out now through center. Citrullo throwing it down low. Belois comes out to play once again behind the net. And now Mackenzie Welke through center. Goes out wide to Carson. Back to Mackenzie. Looking for Williamson in the middle there as he was wide open in the slot, but he missed that pass. And now it's the other way. Comes Dale and the Clippers. Centering pass. And Thashuska on the one-timer from the slot is able to fire it home. And it's Zachary Thashuska doubling the advantage for the Clippers with 4:43 left to go here in the first period.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal. It was just a 1-2 pass in. That is the exact type of thing that you want to have. That you couldn't draw it up any better than what they did right there. But great job. That is Takushin's second goal of the year for his third point.
And of course, Jake Dale picking up a helper on that one. That's his second point of the game. And 2 5-on-5 goals for this Briercrest team, who has really struggled to score goals 5-on-5 this season. But they have come here into Calgary and really put up a great first period. As Kelly with the turnover, he fires on the partial breakaway, and a huge, crucial save early on in the first from Belois, as that was a golden opportunity there for the Clippers to make this a 3-0 game.
Yeah, and for SAIT, that's the exact opposite thing that they wanted to happen there, but good job there by Belois to get that stop there and gain a little bit more confidence. Obviously, the Trojans have allowed 12 shots on him so far in this first period, so you know what? He's trying his best.
Of course, that was Thashuska from Summerside PEI, one of 4 members on the team who played their junior hockey for the Summerside Capitals and the Maritimes Junior Hockey Association. That shot goes wide there from the Clippers. Clippers here with a very diverse team with players from all over, including a couple of Americans on the team. So yeah, they've got players from all over Canada, all over North America. That shot sent from the point well wide. Trojans look to recover the other way. It's going to be Sit-Away with a head of steam. Gaining the zone, goes across ice, finds Huber, backhand. Not able to get that one on goal. Trojans keep coming though. Clark, he tries to center it. Clearing attempt there, took a deflection off the skate of Huber, went right into the pads of Pollock, who was able to locate and cover up. 3:44 left to go.
Briercrest getting a really kind of gifted that opportunity there. It kind of felt like the Trojans lost the puck there because it was wide open and Pollock was able to just fall on top of it. And right now it kind of feels like the SAIT Trojans are really just looking for a break at the moment, because they've been trying their very best, but they just haven't quite gotten that golden opportunity as of yet.
They've had some great offensive pressure in this game, and you feel like if they can get that first one past Pollock, the floodgates could potentially open, as they are looking very strong tonight, but the goals just have not paid off for them. A little bit unlucky almost, if you ask me, for the Trojans so far in the first, but the opportunities are going to keep coming for him as Trenum behind his own net plays it up the boards, finds Machado, goes all the way cross ice for Drowan. Mark Drowan with his beautiful mustache sends it into the zone. Down low for Machado, he tries to center it. Still battling for it is Brandon Machado. Drowan playing it along the boards. Machado behind the net, centering pass. Schmier just unable to get a shot away. Second attempt from Cox. He can't get a good shot. It's played out way into the air. as Cox drives his man into the boards. And he's going to receive the breakout pass the other way from Trenum. Cox sends it down low. Machado now sends it back the other way. Trojans trying to gain possession here inside the Clippers zone. Chivas with a nice pinch.
Trojans just not able to find a clean angle these last couple of minutes, and that's really been the conversation all night, is just trying to find that clean open shot to really get a good opportunity.
Miller now tries to center it across, one-time effort. McAdam can't get a good shot away. You know, he tries to repay the favor. Pass is broken up.
Kelly did a really good job there at really neutralizing what was going to be a really good shooting opportunity for the Trojans there.
Chivas now with just under 2 to go here in the first. Cutting through center, the Toothless Wonder dekes around one man. He's deked around so many tonight, Dylan Chivas.
Again,
Almost
going
like
back, he has deked around quite a lot of people. It's just when he's trying to make those dekes.
Breakout pass for Dale. Dale with the shot straight into the glove of Boston Belois, who made that one look easy with 1:35 left to go.
That's exactly what you want to see from your goaltender. But going back to Chivas, he's been deking around so many people tonight. It's just trying to get that second effort where he hasn't quite been able to get a clean shot off. And once he gets one tonight, I feel like he could very easily get one past.
Chivas looking like Bobby Orr out there at times with the way he dekes through as a defender. Jenkins, though, gains the zone. Tries to center it all the way across. Able to find Welke, who just couldn't get a shot away. Clippers coming back potentially with numbers, but a good recovery there by Jenkins, able to get in front of that one. They still get a shot away, sent wide. As Welke is driven hard into the boards. Centering pass, broken up by Welke. Trojans control now. It's Ziegler leading. The toe drag around the defender. Backhand stopped by Pollock. As we are inside the final minute of play here in the first period live at Winsport Arena.
Chivas doing a really good job at keeping that puck into the zone, not allowing Briercrest to get out, allowing SAIT to continue to put a lot of good pressure on.
Jenkins now controlling. Arm up, arm goes up. We're going to have a late penalty called here on the Clippers. It's going to be a cross check, and it is going to be number 44, Caleb Granfield, heading to the box for 2 are left. And with 31 seconds left to go here in the opening period, the Trojans, with their league-leading power play, get an opportunity.
Yeah, going into this, they have a phenomenal 32.5%, which is first in the ACAC so far this year. 13 power play goals off of 40 power play opportunities.
Cox, Trenum, Machado, the forwards, Chivas and Huber, the defense. Golden opportunity here to try and get one back. Trojans being outshot 14-8 here in the first. Big face-off here in the closing stages. Won by the Clippers, but driven into the boards by Trenum. Both teams battle, try to gain possession. Machado able to get it to Cox, whose backhand just goes wide. Pollock may have gotten a body in front of that one. Chivas now, 15 seconds left. Goes back to the top. Trenum goes across for Machado as he throws it back for Trenum, but he misses him, and that's going to get out of the zone. Potential for one last chance here. 2 seconds. Machado just going to fire it. It's going to go wide. And that is going to do it for the opening 20 minutes of play here at Winsport as the Briercrest Clippers come from all the way from Caronport, Saskatchewan, and are going to walk away with a 2-0 lead into the dressing room after 20 minutes. Your thoughts on the first period, Brendan?
Yeah, this was a really exciting match. We have two teams that are both playing really good hockey. Unfortunately for the SAIT Trojans, they're just not quite getting those lucky breaks that Briercrest are getting, but it has been really competitive, nice back and forth. For a hockey fan, this is the exact type of action that you like to see.
Trojans going to have a 1.5 minutes of power play time.
you're enjoying the game. It's a tough first period for the Trojans, who are down 2-0. So what are your thoughts on that first period?
It's really a tight game, and the battle is just intense. Like right from the get-go, Jake Dale scored the first goal. Like,
And like a minute and 37 into the game.
yeah,
I would say though, like at the start, it started pretty slow though, and then we have, I guess we have one interference penalty.
from our own team.
Yeah, from number 2 from Chase. So for those of you guys who doesn't know, interference is actually when a player uses their body to prevent the progress of an opponent into like an effort. And no effort to play the puck. So that's what our number 2 got this time. And then 4 minutes and 43 left within the game. Clippers scored for the second time.
Yeah, like I really thought that with Belois' save, like he's been doing so well with saving the puck, but sadly, Dushuska, like, he got the opportunity, and yeah, Machado, Williamson, and Carson Wilkie, like they're doing as much as they can to save the game and hit that first goal, and yeah.
Yeah, they tried a lot of times, but it's just not getting there right now.
Yeah,
Let's hope for the second period though.
I hope so too.
Do you think during the second period we're gonna score this time?
I believe that Trojans will definitely wake up, like as they should, and yeah,
As they should. How about you, Telly? What do you think about that?
It's a tough start, definitely. I think defensively, SAIT is definitely struggling. I'd like to see them step up a little more and, take advantage of those advantages when they get down the ice. Hopefully we could pull off a win in that way. Speaking of winning, Zach Huber finds time between cutting the meat and cutting the ice to join us for an intimate one-on-one conversation. Learn from one of the SAIT Trojans leaders how he handles the heat in the kitchen and the heat in the rink, and how he believes he can help lead the Trojans to great things.
Last year I came in as a rookie, had a really good season. Gained a lot of respect from our teammates, and me and the Welkies tried to set that standard going into this season, and be part of the leadership group with them, and also Caden, Brett, the other guys. Means a lot. Hopefully this team good things. It's difficult. There's a lot to go into this program. There's a lot to go into hockey. It's 2 separate environments. I got my little team here and I got my little team at the rink, so it's nice though. I did a lot playing junior hockey. You're on the bus, you're on the road, having to deal with it, so it kind of just sets you up for this. So I describe myself as a power forward. I like to score goals. I need to score goals for our team here. It's one of my jobs. And to be reliable, be in that leadership role, you have to be relied on. Down a man, up a man, to be able to block shots, to do anything to help our team win. I think I do that, so that's what I would like to bring to the table.
When we come back, I can't tell.
Thanks to Zach and his instructors for allowing our cameras to get a taste of one of SAIT's more interesting programs. While we have a moment, I'd like to go and take a look at the highlights from that first period. So let's take a look at that.
Up a total of 14 points this year, 4 goals, 12 assists.
As that goal gets sent past below us, I don't believe he saw it coming. And just like that, a minute 37 into the first period, and the Briercrest Clippers take the early 1-0 lead. Jenkins, though, able to just control, sends it back to the point. Shivas with a brilliant deke into the slot, shoots, fires. Big save by Pollock early on. That was the first real good opportunity for the Trojans.
His lines.
Good job to keep the teams fresh when you can utilize all 4 lines on the play. We have a whistle. Referee's arm goes up. We're going to have our first penalty of the game. It's going to be an interference call, and it looks like it's going to be coming up to the Trojans, and it is going to be number 2, Chase Felgiris, heading to the box for 2 or less. It's the other way. Comes Dale and the Clippers. Centering pass. And Thashuska on the one-timer from the slot is able to fire it home.
So some exciting moments in that highlight pack. I mean, there's 2 goals against SAIT, and we have 2 penalties. I believe when we come back, we're going to be on a power play. So let's take a look at that scoreboard. We're going to look at the points leaders. So one thing to note is we have 5 Trojans in the top 10. What are your thoughts on the points leaders?
Well, I'm actually looking forward with Brandon's for tonight's game. I'm looking forward for his performance. But what about you? Are you looking forward to like someone or something?
Well, Mackenzie Wilkie, like he's one of his top 3 right there. Like I'm also looking forward to his performance, and like the Wilkie brothers. Like I am really excited at what they can present on the ice.
Yeah, so just so you know, Brandon was actually the one who scored the winning goal last Trojans game.
Oh yes, he scored a pair during the second period of the game against the Augustana. So I can see him like going for more points by the end of the season.
Yeah, 16 points in just like what, 10 games, I believe? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and we have Brett Trentum with 12 points. Mackenzie Welke with 11. So, you know, SAIT is doing really well. So looking at this, the points leaders, you know, one can hope that SAIT is going to pull out a win. I mean, it's going to be difficult being down 2 goals, but, you know, we're only going into the second period, you know. So I'm really excited to see what SAIT is going to pull out in this next period.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game, and if anything, it's just a start. Who knows? Like by the second period, they will take on the lead. Yeah, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, and also first points can't really guarantee you an actual win for the whole game.
That is true.
Right, definitely. You know, you don't want to count your eggs before they're hatched, so they say, you know what I'm saying? So all of the Trojans, of course, are enrolled in applied learning programs like butchery and charcuterie. Some other programs at SAIT include business administration, petroleum engineering technology, carpentry, construction project management. There are many more, including the radio, television, and broadcast news program. And those students are actually bringing you this broadcast right now.
The television major at SAIT teaches students to, well, do everything, really. I mean, we cover everything from writing to directing to lights to camera to sound. Anything that needs to be done in a television production, you're taught everything, sort of from the ground up, to the point where in second year you're off on your own doing most of your own work by yourself, with some guidance by us.
I think what's great about our program is that we give you all those options. You know, you may hate doing television news, but you got a little taste of it before you launched into doing dramatic production.
Television isn't something that you take because, oh, you know, I don't know what else to do, so I guess I'll go take television. Not too many people's parents are encouraging them to go into television if they haven't got a television background themselves. So as a result of that, everyone that's in your program, pretty much all of your peers, will be equally passionate about the same things that you're passionate about, which means to them it's not just moving boxes, they're making a vision come true. And they see that too, and it's something quite beautiful to see, really.
Hands-on, for sure. It's all up in your face. It's like they tell you that from day one. It's going to be all up in your face. It's first semester and second semester, 90% in the classroom, 10% in the field. Third and fourth semester, it's 90% field, 10% theory. So you're not in a classroom sitting, staring at a wall, listening to your teacher drone on for hours at a time. You're out doing the things that you've been taught to do.
Training SAIT students was always easier than almost any other college because their technical skills were far and above some of the students from the other colleges. And I think that's because of the hands-on nature of our training here at SAIT. We do everything exactly as it's done in the industry, so that when the students graduate and they move on, they're absolutely job ready and they're just ready to step in, and therefore they require less training. So it's a real treat to get a SAIT student.
To come into a program where I have to plan and make sure, I think 3 steps ahead of what I'm doing was a big change and very interesting for me to do and adjust to. And I think that's probably the biggest thing I've learned while being here.
If you're really passionate about telling stories and creating content, this is the place for you.
I really felt that after being here for just a couple months, I was well immersed into the community of SAIT, and I really felt comfortable calling it my home.
All right, thank you for that. That is talking about the SAIT radio, television, broadcast news program. And like I said, everybody that's involved in this process of bringing you this program, we are all part of that program. The people behind the scenes and us in front of the camera. I'm just gonna ask you girls, what do you think of your experience in this program so far?
The fact that we get to do it all, like that's awesome for me, like writing, creating content, and doing all the technical stuff, like editing videos as well as shooting them. It is a tough thing to do, but also it's fun. What do you think, Dulce?
I honestly love this program a lot. I learned a lot by just like making script and stuff like that. Just like what Sally said earlier in this commercial. If you're passionate about like storytelling, this program is for you. And I love telling people different stories. I actually compete in storytelling before too, so that's one. And then I like going out there, meeting new people, being able to like interview them, talk to them, and getting to know them. But one thing though, I would say it's the only thing hard about this is that even though someone is telling you something, you can't really guarantee that it's the truth, you know? So you always have to like fact check it. Because accuracy is important in this field.
Yes.
Right, definitely. Yeah, there's a huge responsibility when you're working with the news. You know, you have your code of ethics and everything that you have to learn, right?
Yeah. And if there's one thing that it's been nailed in all of us, it's to ensure that we're human first and then reporter second, because to be a reporter is easy. To bring the human element into the story and to ensure that it's the right information, it's hard. But it's the fun part of it. That's the element of fun.
Right. Yes. I definitely have a lot of fun in the TV program. I mean, we're learning a lot of camera work, studio work. It's just a good time, and meeting all my classmates and getting to work with them. But also being in this environment and doing things that we've never done before. So, like we said before, we're not really interested. Like, we're not really into doing this type of work with hockey. I mean, this is my first time doing this. So I'm excited to check out the game more and see what's going to happen in the second period. So let's throw it back to Brendan Donald and Brett for period 2.
Hello and welcome back here. to ACAC TV. We got second period action coming up for you in just about a minute time between your SAIT Trojans and the Briercrest Clippers. I'm Brett Lepkowski, still joined, of course, by Brendan Donald. Brendan, Briercrest up 2-0 right now after 20 minutes. How did the Trojans play in that opening 20?
They played well. Obviously, that doesn't show what the score says right now, but they did play really, really well. They played hard, they played consistent, they just didn't necessarily get the bounces coming their way. And you know what, that's gonna come. That's gonna come, you know it will. And right now, opening up this second period with a minute 30 on the power play, being one of the best power play units in the ACAC, you gotta love it.
Yep.
And so that is exactly what we like to see. So yeah.
Goals in the first period coming off the sticks of Jake Dale and Zachary Tashuska for the Briercrest Clippers. We got second period action coming up for you. You and me and this guy are going to be on the call in just about a minute time. Of course, we are underway here in the second. Trojans, like Brendan had mentioned, minute and a half of power play time here to start this second period. Sometimes, though, having that extra man coming into the start of a period can be a little bit tricky to kind of get that chemistry going early on in the period.
Yeah, like we said, for the SAIT Trojans, they have been playing phenomenal on the power play. 13 power play goals so far this season off of 44 power play attempts, 32.5%, which is number one in the ACAC. But looking at Briercrest, they are fourth in penalty kill, sitting at 75.9% of the penalties killed off. So these are two good forces going up against each other.
Absolutely. Shivas now right off the faceoff. He throws it towards the goal, but no bodies in front for the Trojans to screen Pollock, who is able to easily locate that one, get the save. Shots on goal in the opening 20 favored the Clippers 14-11. Seemed to control the play for some parts of that period, but the Trojans have had a lot of good opportunities of their own. Just haven't been able to find that goal, as you had mentioned, Brendan. Shivas now at the top of the point, throws it down low to Trenum. Cox leaves it for Shivas once again as they just try to move that puck around. Shot from this top of the circle. Pollock able to glove that one. And another whistle coming up. 48 seconds left to go here in the power play.
So a lot of what the SAIT Trojans really had happen to them in the first period is just getting some unlucky bounces. You know Coach Drader, he's going to say, keep your head down, keep fighting, and they're going to be able to get some of those bounces, because in hockey, it's never going to be, you're never not going to get those opportunities, and you're going to have stuff go your way.
Shivas now at the top of the point. Trojans again control with that top line. He throws it across to Machado. 12 assists on the year for Brandon Machado. Trenum, one-timer. Not able to get that one on goal once again, as the Trojans doing a good job of working the puck around, but just can't finish off those passing plays with just 20 seconds left here in the penalty to Granfeld. Long outlet pass for Cox. He's able to stop, spin back, throw it back to Drowan, but that pass gets past him. And that is just about going to do it here for the penalty, as we're about to be back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Clippers kill off the first penalty. Both teams 0 for 1 with the extra man so far, as we're back to even strength.
Yeah, Machado has just been such an excellent playmaker this year. Like what you're saying, those 14 assists, but then also adding, or those 12 assists, excuse me, then also adding those 4 goals for 16 points, leading the ACAC here for SAIT.
Yeah, 2 of those goals coming last Saturday night here, right here at Winsport in that 6-3 victory, including the game-winning goal in the second period, as well as a shorthanded marker as well that he picked up on the play. Trojans with 3 shorthanded goals on the year, leading the ACAC, tied with Red Deer. 2 minutes gone, in the second period here. Still 2-0 in favor of the Clippers, playing a perfectly executed road game so far, as that shot just sails easily right into the glove of Belois, who covers up.
Yeah, one thing that we have seen so far this year is Trentum and Cox have just been an absolute force to be reckoned with here. Again, going back to that playmaker and sniper on the same line, they have found the chemistry, and boy, oh boy, has it been working for these SAIT Trojans.
Schmier now for the Trojans, plays it off the glass. This is driven into the boards right here in front of us. Clark now inside of his own zone. able to play that one for Drone, who plays it way up in the air, and it's picked up now by Sidaway. One-on-one with the defender. Tries to play it through his own skates. And Pollock just going to throw it behind his own boards, and Briercrest tries to clear it out, but it's kept in by Sidaway.
Sidaway, a goal and 3 assists so far this year, so you know he was looking for an extra point on that last entry into the zone.
Absolutely, Sidaway bringing a lot of veteran experience to this team, of course, playing in the WHL for a number of years with the Ice, the Pats, and the Victoria Royals. Victoria, the sit town he calls home, as Sidaway drives to the net. He's pulled down. We got a couple of hands up in the air from the Trojans players who want that goal called, but we also have the referee's arm up, as it looks like we're going to have a hooking call on the play. Trojans not going to pick up a goal on that one, but they are going to head right back to the power play, as it's going to be number 13, Jaden Little, going for a holding call.
Yeah, Jaden Little, obviously for the Clippers, has 1 goal, 3 assists, so he's been an instrument part of this Clippers team so far this year, so it is going to be a little bit more challenging not to have him out on the ice.
Yeah, Jaden Little, one of 2 older brothers on this Clippers team. His younger brother, Keegan Little, also on the squad here. 2 years older than his little brother there, but he's going to serve 2 or less as the Trojans now control off the face-off. Down low behind the net, it is Machado, sends it all the way back to Shivas. Tries to find a lane, takes a shot, it goes wide, but Machado back on it. Now he's going to dance around down low, sends it for Carson Welke. Shivas, back to Carson Welke, he drives in. Excuse me, that was Machado with the shot. Blocked by the Clippers and sent back out, but it stays inside the zone. Still a minute and a half left to go on the power play. Another shot block there from the Clippers, who are putting on quite the defensive show here tonight, Brendan.
Yeah, they really, really are. But one thing that I want to talk about for the SAIT Trojans, they're going to want some of their top point getters like Machado, like Welke, and like Trentham out there to really kind of start that drive, because like what you were saying in the first period, it feels like once SAIT gets that first goal of the game, it feels like it could almost feel like a floodgate could open here.
Bit of a different lineup in there, out for the Trojans now on the power play. We've got Mackenzie Welke, and we got Clark, who's now has the puck, cuts in, shoots. Big stop by Pollock. We also have Zach Huber out there as well. Mark Drowan on the puck, sends it back to Clark at the point. Gets it back, second chance. Another shot block from the Clippers, who are not afraid to get in the lanes here. Jenkins now down low, throws it back. Huber, centering pass, shot by Welke, stopped again and sent the other way. 45 seconds left to go here on the power play. Trojans knocking on that door, but just can't break it down right now. Just over 4 minutes gone in the second. Clark now through the zone once again. He's had some nice moves with the stick handles today, but that time he's sent packing the other way.
Dylan Clark, one of my favorite accusation or acquired players this offseason, as I struggle to get the word out there. Obviously playing in the AJHL for the last 5 years, played for 2 different teams last year, 58 total games, 58 total points. You know that is exactly what you like to see, a lot of experience in a quality league.
Trojans, only 10 seconds left here on the power play. Looks like they're just about to go 0 for 2 here with the extra man. But Shivas with one last rush, driving towards the net. He goes behind. He's taken off the puck, and Little is back on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 5 minutes gone here in the second frame. And the Clippers here playing an absolutely quintessentially perfect road game as they make the long trip. Long breakup pass, misses everybody, but no icing called. And the Trojans now come the other way. Miller, he's got Williamson with him, sends it towards the net. But it's stopped by Pollock once again, who's having himself quite a night between the pipes for the Clippers. Shot from the point, deflected by Williamson, couldn't direct it towards the goal though.
Pollock is just doing an excellent job in between the nets. Sometimes when you just go up against a hot goaltender, it is really, really tricky. SAIT doing a much better job this period at putting a lot more pucks on net.
That one
doing a really good job there, keeping that entry down to a minimum.
Shivas now gonna go coast to coast here as he tries to go around the defense. Fires it, that one off the side of the post. He's gonna look to get it back now at the top of the point. Dylan Shivas, the toothless wonder that our broadcast partner Will Manzik loves to call him. He is just an Energizer bunny out there, never short of energy, skating up and down that ice.
Yeah, Shivas so far tonight, we can clearly see whenever he is on the ice, he is making such a presence. It is impressive to watch. So far in the year, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. That is exactly what you'll love to see out of your players.
Absolutely, second in the ACAC in points for a defenseman. And just adding another threat offensively for this Trojans team, who have both him and Mark Drowan on that back line, who can score at will. But so far tonight, the Clippers doing a great job defensively of preventing that. But now it's Cox from the top of the slot. Pollock
Also going to offensive production from a D-man, Chase Falgeras, also a really, really good productor. 1 goal, 4 assists, excuse me, so far this year. So SAIT getting a lot of production out of their defense, which is awesome to have. If you are head coach Tyler Drader, you will love to see that type of thing.
6.5 gone here in the second period. Aiken now able to throw that one. He throws it right up into the meshing, and that's going to be a quick whistle. Colton Aikens, the second-year player from Briercrest, Saskatchewan, which, if you don't know, Briercrest, Saskatchewan is not the actual town where Briercrest College is. It's actually 64 kilometers away from Briercrest College, so kind of a home away from home for Aiken there.
It's kind of like Calgary going all the way up to Olds. It's a little bit of a weird distance there.
Trojans here battling inside of the Clipper zone, trying to keep that one in. Good job at the blue line by Ziegler, but not able to get it in deep. And now it's Poncelet for the Clippers, taking that shot from the top of the blue line. Easily steered into the corner by Belois. And now it is Aikens, just throwing it towards the goal, straight into that glove hand of Boston Belois for a whistle. 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Trojans now leading in the shot department, 18-16, but still unable to put one past Pollock.
Yeah, and sometimes when you just go up against that hot goaltender, it's really tough. But so far in less than 8 minutes of play, you've gone from entering the period with only 9 shots on net to now being at 18, very clearly outshooting your opponent. They've only been able to get 2 shots so far this period on Boston Belois.
Straight off the draw by Pellerin, going wide. Brilliantly worked play off the faceoff by the Clippers, but they could not get the shot away. On target, I mean to say. Sent back out to center. It's going to be Enns, who's just going to throw it all the way down. Schmier driven hard into the boards by Pellerin, and then Citrullo gets drilled by Sidaway right in front of us. Good, hard-hitting hockey here on ACAC TV.
Not only was it good, hard-hitting hockey, it was clean. That's exactly the type of hitting that you like to see.
Absolutely right for both of these teams, who have taken their more than their fair share of penalties. I'm loving what I'm seeing in terms of there being a much more clean game tonight from both teams. Dale now hard in on the forecheck for Briercrest, trying to cause that turnover, able to do so, and now Pellerin from the top of the circle going to play it back to the point. Shot goes wide, going to be kept in by Russell, who makes the pinch, but the Clippers going on a change, but executing it perfectly as they're able to keep it in the zone, but only for the moment, as now we have Clark gaining center ice, now over the blue line. Trying to throw it back into the center, has it taken away. Trojans have to retreat back to their own blue line here. 8.5 minutes gone in the second. Trojans finding themselves still stuck 2 goals as they find themselves a little bit frustrated by the goaltender Pollock and the strong defensive play by the Clippers, laying out their bodies and blocking those shots. Trojans now gain center. It's going to be Mackenzie Welke, the captain. Leaves it for Sidaway.
He was trying to find his brother there, but just ultimately couldn't find that space to make him that pass.
Sidaway now back to the point. Casey goes all the way across ice for Shivas. He fires it towards the goal. Welke tries to direct it towards the net, but he's unable to do so. Big collision now in the zone. We got a Briercrest player shaken up behind the play. That appears to be Dane Milgate, but he's going to skate off, get back to the bench, but he appears to be okay. Casey now at center ice. drilled into the boards. Jenkins with the support, able to trying to find Carson Welke. Sent the other way, tipped in. Jenkins trying on that forecheck to get the steal.
Casey doing a good job there at picking up that puck, but yeah, that was an interesting
weird
shot there.
Play there as Arsenault fires it towards the net. Below us a little late to see it, takes a weird deflection off of the boards, comes up over the net, but below us with his cat-like reflex is able to get his glove on that one before any damage done.
Yeah, one thing that we have to say is that we are so grateful for WinSport for allowing us to play at these beautiful rinks as the SAIT Campus Center is currently under construction. But one thing that we do have to say about these rinks is very heavily used, so it is a very bumpy ice surface. One thing that we like to say is that they're kind of getting that Boston Celtics effect where they just are going to start to learn how to use those bumps to their advantage.
Shot from the point, takes it a bit of a deflection straight into below us. And of course, as you mentioned, the ice here, of course, is impeccable, but it is well used. And both teams learning the intricacies of the boards and how to play them. And I mean, it's a little bit weird for this Trojans team not having a proper home rink with the campus center closed, but they have responded brilliantly as, of course, they sit top of the table with that 7-3 record. Centering pass, Ziegler with the pinch tries to get it down low, but the Clippers just seem to be playing brilliantly all over the ice tonight as they're able to just get onto that one, throw it all the way back. Just over 10 minutes gone now in the second.
Clippers
Ziegler
came in with a game plan tonight, and that has put a lot of pressure on. They did that really, really well in the first period. SAIT has responded really well here in the second period to kind of slow their game down, reduce the opportunities that Briercrest has. But now they just need to find a way to put one past this hot goaltender.
Miller now on the forecheck trying to go for that turnover. And of course, these two teams going to do this all over once again tomorrow. Same time, same place. As, of course, with Briercrest being from Caronport in Saskatchewan, quite a bit of a distance. They don't play those home and home splits. They play two either at home or on the road. As Weeb right in front, fires it, bar down. Trojans a little bit out of position, and it is going to be the leading scorer of the Clippers, Curtis Weeb, all alone in front. Too much time, too much space, and he goes bar down and makes it 3-0.
Yeah, that is the exact opposite thing that Trojans really wanted to have happen there. Again, some of these lucky bounces that Briercrest has been getting tonight, the Trojans haven't been getting. The sticks have just been a little bit crisper when they've been getting the puck. Beautiful, beautiful goal by Weeb.
His team leading 10th point of the season. Curtis Weeb, the offensive leader for this Clippers team, who have come into this game with not a lot of goals 5-on-5, but all three have been coming even strength tonight, so they have really put on a good show as that shot takes a deflection off of Drowan, who looks a little bit shaken up as it seemed to clip him in the ankle.
That is always such a stinger to take there. It just hits you right in that area where you don't really have a lot of padding, and it just hurts all too much.
Clippers gonna bring it out through center, play it off the glass. Chivas now behind his own net. Gonna leave it for Trenum. Goes cross ice for Machado. This top scoring line for the Trojans out here once again, looking to find some offensive energy here as they try to cut into this 3-0 lead of the Clippers. Trenum now behind his own net, knocked off the puck. Briercrest with a nice play. Granfield nearly in alone, but Chivas able to get his stick in the way.
Chivas did a really good job there at getting back and putting a stop to that entry.
Little knocked off the puck there by Casey, and now it's going to be sit away the other way. 1-on-2, tries to go around Arsenault. But the Clippers captain playing it beautifully. And now we got a whistle on the play as the referee's arm goes up once again. It is going to be a tripping call, and it's going to be coming to Landon Russell of the Clippers. The other older brother of this Clippers team, of course, 18 months older than his brother Hayden. He's going to serve 2 or less Trojans get a lifeline, third power play opportunity of the game.
Yeah, and you know what? This is the perfect opportunity if they are able to get back that goal, because this team has been so good on the power play this year. This could be the momentum that they need.
Absolutely, they're going to need to get something going, and what better way to do it than with this league-leading power play at over 30%. But they are 0-2 tonight. Let's see if they can do it with their third opportunity. But they do not win the faceoff, and Arsenault is able to control it and play it all the way down to the other end of the ice. 7:15 left to go here in the second. Trojans down 3-0. As Casey gonna get the play started here. Jenkins unable to control that pass and is sent the other way. Some good forecheck here by Weeb as he's able to get a shot away. Loose puck now, second opportunity. Billis has to go all the way across, and a great short-handed opportunity there by Curtis Weeb.
Yeah, Mackenzie Welke, excuse me there. A lot of Welkies here on the team. Sometimes we get them a little bit confused there, but Mackenzie Welke there ultimately giving up a bit of a rough giveaway there, leading to that opportunity. You know for a fact he wants that one back.
Trojans now got to take the face-off inside of their own blue line with the man advantage. 30 seconds gone in the penalty to Russell. 6:53 left here to go as the Trojans try to get this offense working here. Sidaway thrown out of the face-off circle, and it's won by the Clippers. Sidaway gets in front of it, though. Now he's able to go the other way, loses the handle. It appeared to be played offside, but the play continues. And Machado just fires it all the way back to his own blue line, and the Trojans reset. Cox gonna gain the zone. Zach Cox, the former UAA Viking, 7 goals on the year. But that one's turned over, and now the Clippers the other way, 2-on-1. It's Ashworth, centering pass, fired, big stop by Billis. But we're gonna have a penalty coming the other way, as it is gonna be Brett Trenum heading to the box, and we're gonna be 4-on-4 for the next 51 seconds. But Billis there with a huge stop to keep this at only a three-goal game.
Yeah, that was a really concentration save there by Billis, and he really had to work hard to get that one, and great job there to stop that, to not make this a 4-0 hockey game.
4-on-4 hockey now for the next 50 seconds before the Clippers get a short power play. And it is going to be Chase Miller leading through center. He's going to chip after it, and it's going to be Cam McAdam going down low to try and receive it. Forces the turnover, tries to center it, and the referee's arm's going to go up once again, as it looks like McAdam was hit from behind with a cross check. And, you know, maybe it's that commentator's curse hitting again, because we were saying how they were playing such a clean hockey game. Only 2 penalties called in the first, but now we've had 3 now in the last minute.
Yeah, you and I seem to do a lot of that commentator curse together. It kind of feels like our staple of our calls. Always, as soon as we always have it, but yep.
We're gonna have 4-on-3 hockey for the next 32 seconds. For the Trojans, golden opportunity here, a lot of open ice. It's gonna be Jenkins, Machado, Huber, and Shivas on the power play here for the Trojans.
A lot more open space right now because less bodies on the ice, so let's see what the Trojans are going to be able to do here on this 4-on-3.
Machado wins the faceoff. Shivas now gonna control at the point. He's gonna start to creep in and leave it for Machado. He's got some open ice. He fires. Blocked by Ends, up and into the meshing, and another big shot block by this Clippers team.
Yeah, they are doing a phenomenal job here tonight at just putting their bodies in front of the puck. Again, this has kind of been the big thing we've been saying about the Trojans all night. It's just, they just haven't quite gotten those clean shots yet. And that's another reason why they're not, is because Briercrest is doing such a good job at putting their body in front.
Jenkins nearly had a chance there, but the Clippers able to get their sticks on it and send it the other way. Shivas now with a lot of open ice. You know he's going to try to streak all the way down. He does. Big shot and a better save by Pollock. And now we are going to be back to 4-on-4 as the penalty comes to an end to Russell, who now comes out of the box. Jenkins, though, gains the zone, knocked off the puck. It's going to be sent all the way to the other end of the ice. And it's just going to be enough for icing. With 58 seconds left to go in the penalty to Trentham, 5:10 left in the second period.
Yeah, so far from both of these excellent power play teams, no goals here on no goals, I should say, yet from what we've seen so far today. The 4 penalties that have been served, nothing comes to avail on any of those opportunities. We'll see what we have here over the next 2 minutes if a goal can be scored.
Yeah, a little surprising to see that from the 2 top power plays in the ACAC, all 3 goals have come 5-on-5. Face-off sent right to Pollock. Ends, he's just gonna fire it all the way down. And that is gonna miss Billis and is gonna go for yet another icing call, as it looks like the Clippers more than happy to just send it all the way to the other end and just let the seconds kill off right now in the second.
Yeah, obviously on that icing call, can't get some fresh legs on there, so just doing what you can, just trying to neutralize and slow down the play. Trojans have been doing a really good job at picking it up here and keeping the puck in Briercrest's zone.
Clark tries to throw it towards the goal. Casey just sends it right back down. We see a lot of open ice here, played off the boards and up into center ice. And all the way down to Billis, who just leaves it for Casey. 30 seconds left to go here in 4-on-4 hockey. It's gonna be Miller. Able to just be onside, centering pass for Clark, just wide.
Very, very close there for Clark. Obviously, big time point getter so far on the year. Dylan Clark, 4 points, 1 goal, 3 assists. So you know he was definitely looking for that one there.
Yeah, a very well-worked play there from the Trojans, but again, the Trojans just not able to connect on that final piece of the puzzle. They've done so many things well in this game, but finding the back of the net has been the one thing that has eluded them. With 4:28 left to go in the second, Carson and Mackenzie Welke out there trying to spark a little twin magic for the Trojans to get them back into this game. Face-off won, though, by the Clippers. And now it's going to be controlled and sent out to center. And it's Ashworth now. Gains the zone, throws it towards the goal. Good glove save there by Billis. Penalty is now over to Trentham, as that's turned over, and a big shot there misses wide. Just a few seconds of power play time now, and it's going to be Shivas gaining the zone, tries to cut through, gets it back, centers it. Unable to get onto the end of that one was a Trojans player, and now Arsenault straight out of the box nearly springs Poncelet. A very alert play there from the captain, straight out of the box, nearly springing a breakaway for the Clippers.
Yeah, he had to slow that down really quickly because that was going to be a dangerous situation.
Battle now down low. We got a Clippers player on the ice, Mackenzie Welke, battling for it. He's able to come away with it, tries to center it, but it's turned away, and now Granfield now against Shivas, one-on-one the other way. And a great defensive play there by Dylan Shivas, showing that he's not just an offensive threat on the D, as he's able to get back and knock that puck away.
Yeah, that was perfectly played by Shivas. Did exactly what it needed to do. He put him in an angle where he could not get past, and that is, you couldn't ask for him to do it better.
Shivas plays a little give and go there, gets the puck back. We got a call coming here. It's going to be a bench minor. I think it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call coming to Zach Ziegler of the Trojans. And with 2:57 left to go here in the second period, Briercrest gets an opportunity with the extra man to try and really put a dagger into this Trojans team.
Yeah, you know Zach Ziegler is not happy with that call. Mackenzie Welke, the State Trojans captain, has been asking for a couple of calls, but the referees haven't been really giving it to him these last few minutes. But Trojans going to have the third power play or penalty kill of today's game for themselves. Let's see if they can continue that good run of form at killing it off.
Looks like we're just about get ready to get going here. The face-off is going to be outside of the blue line, but it looks like we are going to be 5-on-5. I don't think they're going to be shorthanded, as the penalty was called, but it might just be a 10-minute misconduct. So we're still going to be 5-on-5 here as McAdam able to gain the zone, throws it from a bad angle, trips up Pollock a little bit. Trojans control still. Centering pass for Williamson, just unable to connect.
Over the break, we are going to confirm exactly what the situation here is, because even if it is a 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah, it would still be 5-on-5 on that situation, but we'll have to find out. We'll have to check with our PA guy, Christian, in the intermission here. 2:15 left to go, though. Shots on goal favoring the Clippers now, 23-18, who, after withstanding that early 7-minute pressure, that early first minutes of pressure from the Trojans, have really stood up defensively in the second half of this period.
Yeah, they've really been the ones putting all the pressure on. Going in with about 8 minutes gone, about 12 minutes left in the period, we were looking at the SAIT Trojans 18 to Briercrest, pretty much only about 16 shots, doing a really good job.
Sidaway with the shot, and it sneaks through, and he scores! Tanner Sidaway finally cracks the puzzle that is Colton Pollock and gets on the board with 1:45 left to go in the third. Trojans cut into that lead. It's now 3-1.
Beautiful, beautiful goal there by Tanner Sidaway, getting his second goal of the year, getting his 5th total point. And boy, oh boy, that is the exact situation that you want to see the SAIT Trojans get themselves back into. That is such a momentum builder and confidence builder late in the second period.
Yeah, very crucial here late in the second to try and put a bit of doubt into the goalie for the Clippers, as that shot comes from the point, nearly deflected by Machado. And a lifeline here for the Trojans late in the second, who now suddenly playing with a lot more energy all of a sudden off of a goal that just seemed to come from almost a unexpected shot there, and no traffic in front, and Pollock just missed it. And Sidaway's going to take that 7 days a week here, as we're now a 2-goal game as we just enter the final minute of play here in the second period. Trojans playing with a bit of a spring in their step now. Machado taken hard off the boards there by number 10 of the Clippers. That is Brandon Kelly.
Yeah, sometimes when you just face off against those really, really hot goaltenders, you need to get one of those dirty goals, because that kind of puts a little bit of doubt in the mind of a goaltender. So this could be a really good momentum builder for these SAIT Trojans.
A little more than 30 seconds left here in the second. Both teams battling right in front of the penalty boxes. It's going to be dumped down low. Drowan plays it up the boards, trying to keep it in. Are the Clippers, excuse me, they do so. Trying to get a shot on goal, though. Blocked by Miller, who's able to control it, throw it up the glass. Some offensive pressure here from the Clippers in the final seconds of this period. Huber now coming the other way. He's only got a couple seconds. He's got to take a shot. He fires it just wide, and that is going to do it here in the second frame. The Clippers able to increase the lead to 3-0 off of the stick of Curtis Weed, picking up his 10th point of the year. But the Trojans get one back here late with under 2 minutes to go, as Tanner Sidaway gets the Trojans onto the board. 3-1 here after 2. Brendan, your takeaways from the second.
Yeah, the start of that second period was a lot better for these SAIT Trojans. They started to put a lot more pressure on there, started to get a little bit away from there. They're getting in the middle frame of the second period, doing a great job there in the last part of it to get that first goal of the game. Yes, it was greasy, might have been a little bit not exactly what you would take every day of the week, but you're happy with it. That is a way you're going to be building confidence, and you know for a fact they're going to come out swinging here in that third period to really put a lot more pressure on Briercrest.
Trojans get themselves a bit of a lifeline here to end the second period, cutting that lead to 2.
Welcome back. Boy, those Trojans are showing signs of life.
Oh, wow, finally.
They're finally back in the game.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard. So let's break this down. Ladies, what are we looking at here?
I'm surprised that we have so many power plays for this game. Like, it's really tight. And considering that Tanner got a goal for almost like
a minute and 45 left into the game. And I believe that's also his second goal for this year.
Yeah, but 75% of the time with all those penalties, whew, like it's really crazy.
Yeah, so Trojans got one, but Clippers are still leading the game. They're dominating this period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we look at those shots. I believe the shots were 23-19. So the Clippers are getting more shots in. So we're gonna have to see what happens in the third period. You know, if the Trojans could get up there in their shots, I think that, you know, they're gonna get a chance. If they could take it to the net a little more than they have been, you know, I think we're gonna see some progress here. You know, but with that momentum builder, what Brendan was saying, I think, you know, we could definitely get back in this game.
Yep, I honestly agree with that, because I feel like that first goal will give them those like encouragement, you know.
Right.
And yes, it's a really tight game, but you know, like I said, it's still everybody's game. And considering that they started to really wake up and really get into the game, and the Wilkie boys are in the arena, so it's definitely an intense game for sure.
Yes, I agree. Let's have a look at the highlights from period 2 if we can.
Sit down, he calls home. Sidaway drives to the net. He's pulled down. We got a couple of hands up in the air from the Trojans players who want that goal called, but we also have the referee's arm up as it looks like we're going to have a hooking call. They play 2 either at home or on the road as Weeb right in front fires it, bar down. Trojans a little bit out of position, and it is going to be the leading scorer of the Clippers, Curtis Weeb. But the Clippers captain playing it beautifully. And now we got a whistle on the play as the referee's arm goes up once again. It is going to be a tripping call, and it's going to be coming to Landon Russell of the Clippers. The other older brother of this Clippers team, of course, 18 months older than his brother Hayden. He's going to serve 2 or less, and it's going to be Cam McAdam going down low to try and receive it. Forces the turnover, tries to center it, and the referee's arm's going to go up once again as it looks like McAdam was hit from behind with a cross check.
Pretty much only about 16 shots, doing a really good
Sidaway
job.
with the shot, and it sneaks through, and he scores! Tanner Sidaway finally cracks the puzzle that is Colton Pollock and gets on the board with 1:45 left to go in the third.
Yeah, those were our highlights. Pretty exciting. I mean, we got to see that goal by Sidaway. What do you think we could do moving forward in this third period?
Well, of course, with Machado still in the game, and of course, Sidaway, and who else are in the game? Miller as well. He almost missed that. If only he didn't miss that goal, like we could have been to 3-2. But you know, it's almost at the end of the game, and I do hope that they will move forward, like more offense. What do you think, Dulce?
I think there's still 2 periods left. I think we can actually turn the game around.
I think there's 1 period left.
Yes, there are
One?
3
Oh.
periods
Yes,
in the
Yeah,
game.
like,
yes, we did
See,
too.
sorry, I really want Trojans to win so much. So I'm
we need more time. Give us more time. We could pull this win out, I promise you. One thing I heard was Brendan talk about so many Wilkie boys on the team. So let's take this opportunity to get to know the Wilkie boys, the backbone of your SAIT men's Trojans. We here at Trojan Sports Extreme, we're not afraid to ask the hard questions. We take a deep dive into what makes your favorite players tick. You may laugh, you may cry, but most importantly, you will learn all about the boys from Yorkton, Saskatchewan.
sure.
Oh, we could do it together.
Oh,
Could all do
you
it.
guys copied mine. That's yours is definitely Lips of an Angel, Cardi. That's just a blatant lie right there.
That's a tough song to sing.
Mine's a guy that plays Bubbles in Trailer Park Boys. I don't know his name.
The Rock. The Physique.
With an all meter and meat lovers.
Oh, hold her up a little straighter, maybe.
Ham and pineapple.
That's
Controversial, but-
disgusting.
Gross. I've never even seen you eat that. Disgusting.
Got her?
Yeah.
What'd you put?
I go for Spencer. He's a goalie, so we could shoot pucks on him, and for you, nothing.
Oh, you got deep.
Not a lot.
Real deep.
Having little
I
treats.
wrote something for all of us. We got the same interests. We do a lot of the same stuff together. It's fun.
Mine was deep here. Mac passes me the puck.
Nice.
And Spenny cooks around the house.
Good
Yeah.
house.
That helps.
Yeah, good cook, eh?
Not good.
Mama's boy and can cook.
just
Good
doesn't.
luck for me.
Those were some interesting questions. We got to know the Welke boys. I mean, Bradley Cooper. That was pretty interesting. There was something they said about ham and pineapple and that being disgusting. I don't see what's so disgusting about that. Irene, what's the strangest pizza topping you have ever seen?
Okay, I've only seen this because I've seen it in a movie called The Princess Diaries, and it's called, no, it's not called, it is M&M's, M&M's, written in the word sorry, and yeah, I saw it in that scene, and where a guy got sent a pizza with the written word sorry with M&M's in it, and because
Really?
that guy likes M&M's. So.
I don't remember that scene at all.
M&M's on a pizza. That's.
I would never try that though.
I don't.
Would
think
you?
No, never. I don't even like M&M's. Sorry if anybody like. I mean, I like the rapper M&M's, but I don't like M&M's. Yeah. So here we go. Let's go with another question. What was another question that they had?
Their favorite song or something
Oh,
like that?
the go-to karaoke song. Do you guys have a go-to karaoke song? My go-to karaoke song is, I don't even know if I could say it here, but it's Just a Gigolo. I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go. I don't know. What about you?
What's your go-to favorite song?
I'm a Celine Dion fan.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So
I want to
it's-
hear some. You
it's
think
all
you-
Call.
it's all coming back to me now. So
All
yeah,
right, good. Give us a line. Give us a line.
No,
Come
no,
on.
no,
Let's
no.
go just one line.
One line.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me. Okay,
That's
enough
good.
about that. How about you, Dulce?
Yeah, Dulce.
I actually have a two go-to song that I always sing whenever I do karaoke, even though when I was a kid. So it's Crazy for You by Madonna,
Oh,
and then
nice.
Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Okay, well, give us a line. Let's
Do I
see.
really have to?
Yeah, one of them, yes.
Crazy for you, touch me once and you know it's true.
Wow.
There you go. I don't want to go.
All right, we're going to karaoke. I mean,
We should.
I
yeah,
love karaoke.
I'm down for karaoke. We're gonna sing some more songs for you, not today, but so let's move on to our next item. All of the Trojans, of course, are enrolled in applied learning programs like butchery and charcuterie. Some other programs at SAIT include business administration, petroleum engineering technology, carpentry, construction project management, and there are many more, including the radio, television, and broadcast news program. And you know, like I said, the students here working behind the camera, in front of the camera, we're all part of this program. Last intermission, we looked at the TV program. So now we're gonna take the opportunity to look at the broadcast news program. So let's do that now.
With Calgary roads, the rising temperature is melting all the snow, but it has revealed some nasty potholes on Calgary streets.
I think we are the absolute premier program. People, employers call us constantly wanting SAIT grads because they know when they get a SAIT grad that they're going to get someone who knows what they're doing, who will show up on time, who will work hard, has a lot of really good solid skill set. And that's so valuable to an employer. A SAIT grad can hit the ground running.
Probably my favorite thing about the program here at SAIT is the real life experience that we get in regards to having a chance to go out, shoot our own stuff, get our own materials, and then run a show here ourselves. It's an amazing experience, and for coming back from my practicum now, it's really prepared me for the real life and going out and getting a job and feeling like I can seamlessly fit in and contribute positively to the workforce and not have to learn as I go when I get out there.
Saying, hey, they're cleaning out the drains, and go, well, Calgary, let's hope this is not going to be a flood season, and you can have a little more animation. That's what I'd probably look for you.
Typically, Quinlan, are you our first gal? So Quinlan will give a 30-second cue.
They hold us to that higher standard. Sometimes we may not agree with them or be frustrated with the things that are happening, but at the end of the day, they are looking out for us and how we're going to better ourselves and become the best, I don't know, reporters or broadcast news students that we could possibly be. And I can't place a value on how much they've helped me over these 2 years.
A lot of people say, well, why do you do this teaching thing? Are there butterflies every single time you walk into a classroom? There's confidence, but there's butterflies. Well, a student of mine actually said there was somebody who once told him, butterflies, what do you do with them? Well, they're inside you. So if they're let loose and you can't control what you're doing, all you have to do is make sure that the butterflies fly in formation. If you can do that, then you've actually been, trained properly. And I went, wow, what a great quote. Yeah, the butterflies, what do we do with them? Train them how to fly in formation. And if you can do that, you got it. That's another one of these great things that we're taught by our own students who've actually said, hey, can you tell me why you're successful at what you do? I don't think it's one thing. It's a combination of things.
Well, the education they get is quite comprehensive. In broadcast news, you take both radio and television, and you learn a lot of technical skills as well as presentation and writing skills. So it's very comprehensive. A student coming out of the broadcast news program would have no problem stepping into a videographer role where they're writing and shooting and editing, putting the whole thing together. So very comprehensive.
Wow. Broadcast news. So that's the program you're part of?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
What's your favorite part of broadcast news?
Lunch breaks.
That's actually my favorite part of TV.
No, like our favorite is definitely the storytelling and putting everything all together and putting up a great show. Like it's our favorite part. Mm-hmm.
I love the teachers though. They're really they're very blunt with us, with all the critics and stuff, but it's really helpful because we actually get to learn what our mistakes and how we can fix those.
Nice. Well, thank you for that. I mean, we're looking forward to the next period. Let's throw it back to Brendan and Brett at Winsport for period 3.
Against the Briercrest Clippers, who have played a great road game so far tonight. I'm Brett Levkowski, of course, joined by Brendan Donald here for the third period. Brendan, Briercrest number 6, Jake Dale, having a great day. 3 points and something of a homecoming for him.
Yeah, the Calgary native, he has played amazing today. Obviously getting that opening goal of today's game, and then obviously putting 2 assists on the board as well. Exactly what you like to see. Parents in the crowd, he's loving playing in today's game.
Absolutely, a great homecoming for Jake Dale of the Briercrest Clippers. But Tanner Sidaway picking up a late goal in the second period to cut the lead to 3-1. We got a very exciting final 20 coming up for you here at Winsport. We got the call here in just a minute. Both teams here have hit the ice and we are ready to go. Trojans, like I had said there in the intermission, picking up a goal late from Tanner Sidaway, able to cut the lead back down to 2. We got a very exciting final 20 to go. What do the Trojans have to do to cut into this lead and tie this game up?
They need to keep working, and they need to take the power play opportunities when they get them. Obviously, having 4 today, you know, they just need to take those opportunities. Obviously, being that #1 power play team, when you have those opportunities, you need to take them.
Yes, absolutely. And for some clarification from earlier, Zach Ziegler did pick up a 10-minute misconduct, but it was a bench penalty, so he does not pick up a 2, and we stayed at 5-on-5 for that reason. So that kind of clears up that confusion as to why we thought there was a Clippers power play coming up, but there ended up not being, as that one goes for icing, 30 seconds gone here in the third.
Yeah, so going back to that sit-away goal, we had Cam McAdams, and we also had Keegan Casey getting the assist there on that play. So obviously, when you're going up against a hot goaltender, sometimes you got to get those greasy goals, and they did, but that builds a lot of confidence. We saw after that goal was scored, the Trojans play with a lot more speed and a little bit more swagger in their game, which was something that we like.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if they carry that momentum here into the third and play with that energy that we saw in those last couple minutes. As Mark Drouin now plays it back for Falgiris. Tries to play it up off the glass, but goes into the netting for another quick whistle. Trojans trying to get an offensive output here from their top line of Cox as well as Machado and Trenum. But now it appears Coach Drader may be switching up lines a little bit as he's got Cox out there with Sidaway and Clark.
Yeah, that's never a bad thing. Just that switch things up, that gives you a lot of possibilities of what you can see. Maybe find a little spark.
Billis making that save off that point shot from Kelly. Shots favoring the Clippers 24-20 right now. It's been a little bit of a back and forth game in terms of that shot total. As another shot comes from the point from Kelly, and once again, Billis able to get the better of him as he flashes the leather and makes the easy glove save. 1:10 gone here in the third. Trojans hemmed in their own zone a little bit right now.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit on their back foot right now, but you know what? Once this team starts to get a little bit more motor in their step, a little bit more movement, again, only the first 70 seconds here in the first period, so they're just slowly starting to build that momentum, and slowly but surely, they can potentially get something going here.
Puck played back to the point, unable to keep it in there was number 25, Theo Citrullo. But he does get it back, and he fires it all the way down. Felgiris driven hard into the boards. Shot from the point by Enns straight into the Trojans logo on the chest of Billis. 90 seconds gone here. A few shots early on from the Clippers, but nothing good.
Yeah, but Lewis there on that save right into his chest, but he's able to keep that one, hold it down, not allow any rebounds to have happen. That's the perfect way to draw it up as a goaltender.
We got Milgate thrown out of the faceoff dot here. Faceoff on the right of your screen. Goes straight towards Billis, and we will do it all over again here. And of course, we mentioned these two teams going to do this all over again tomorrow night here at Winsport as they're going to play the second half of a back-to-back.
Yeah, nice little Saturday afternoon game, 3:15 start time. And then
as that shot from the point right off the faceoff eludes Billis as he finds the top corner. And once again, the Clippers extend the lead to 3 as that is Regan Poncelet going top cheddar. What a shot there from the Clippers, and the lead is back up to 3, 4-1. Trojans again with a big hill to climb with 18:23 to go.
Yeah, Poncelet there. There's nothing you can do as a goaltender when you just have a perfectly fired shot. That is his second goal of the year, second point of the year. So putting up a little bit more production for his team.
And another even strength goal for the Clippers, who, as we said, had 9 of their 21 goals on the season coming with the power play, only 12 even strength, but they've got 4 tonight. And, you know, we did mention earlier that this could potentially be a bit of a trap card for this Trojans team coming in first place. This is a good Clippers team, and they are really bringing it to the Trojans tonight.
Yeah, one thing that I want to see for the Trojans, obviously they're playing tonight and then they're playing tomorrow. They don't play again until the new year, so you definitely want to stay on a nice positive note. So even if they don't get the win tonight, you know they're going to be hungry tomorrow to make sure that they go into this extended break on a good note and then get back into the new year and continue to play good hockey like we've seen them do all season long.
Yeah, this Clippers team splitting the season series in 3 of their 4 back-to-backs that they have played this year, only dropping 2 games to the Red Deer Kings earlier on in the season. But this Clippers team can compete with anyone in the ACAC, and they've shown it tonight. As Dale plays that one offside.
Yeah, just a little bit too quick of a step there. Not quite, just not quite in sync there. But SAIT able to get back here. Obviously, it has been Briercrest most of this period. And you know SAIT is definitely going to love to have a face-off closer to Briercrest zone, put a little bit more pressure on them.
It's going to be Kelly for the Clippers, throwing it in as he gains center ice. Back to the point, Russell goes back to Kelly. Fires it through a screen, tipped on by Grandfield. Nothing happening though, and now these Trojans come the other way. It's going to be Huber. Huber now out there with Trenum and Machado as they try to switch the lines around a little bit. Machado centers it, blocked in the lane by the Clippers once again. Felgiris with the turnover. He's a little out of position. 4-on-2 now the other way, but the Clippers just going to dump it and go for a change. 3 minutes gone now in the third. As Schmier plays it up to center ice, but Huber not able to get onto the end of it.
Even though the Briercrest Clippers have been doing a lot of power or a lot of play in the Trojan zone, Trojans have been doing a really good job at closing lanes and not allowing too much danger on their goaltender.
Absolutely right there, as we now see 3.5 minutes gone. Puck down low inside of the Trojan zone, as it has been for a lot of this third. Zatrulo now just dumps it down low. Casey plays it up the boards. And now it is going to be Zach Cox, able to find Clark. But the Clippers once again in the right positions, able to send that one back out to center. Sidaway gains the zone. He's taken off the puck by Dale.
Clark and Casey there, unfortunately getting a little bit tangled up on the entry to the zone, but Trojans able to recover.
And now it is Jake Dale again, the Calgary native, throwing it down low.
Always good to come back home and put up a bunch of good points. You know he's got to be happy.
Shivas now gains the zone, throws it down low. Clark chasing after it, all over Arsenault. Clippers captain, though, able to throw it off the glass and out. As the Trojans still looking to find some offensive pressure here in the third and cut into this lead once again that has risen back to 3. Felgiris able to get his stick onto the end of that one, prevent that one from going offside, but he turns it over, and Poncelet, his former Humboldt Bronco teammate, able to get onto the end of that one and just throw it down deep as the Clippers change. Felgiris now. Breakout pass, able to find McAdam with a head of steam. Tries to find a centering pass. Mackenzie Welke just unable to corral that one. Throws it down low for Jenkins.
Yeah, McAdams had a lot of heat on that pass, and Welke just unable to corral that one in. You know he would love to have that pass back.
Breakout pass for Ashworth, just couldn't get onto the end of it. And now it's going to be the Trojans the other way. Welke goes cross ice, finds Jenkins. Spins around, knocked off the puck by Kelly though. Is that puck picked up by Little? Jaden and Keegan Little from the very little small town of Wymark, Saskatchewan. Population 144, so a big shout out to Wymark, Saskatchewan tonight.
Yep, putting out a couple of good players here tonight, so clearly they're doing something.
Yeah, whatever's in the water in Wymark is clearly working tonight.
It's always good to see those small towns produce some really good talent.
Weeb now tries to go around Shivas. 6.5 gone now in the third, and it's now Chase Miller gaining the zone. Just fires it high and wide. So he had a lane there in the slot. Carson Welke a little bit shaken up behind the play, gonna try to stay in it.
Yeah, he's struggling right now.
Centering pass, and it falls to the stick of Pellerin. And Alex Pellerin with the potential dagger in this one, firing it past Billis. And the Briercrest Clippers have come into Calgary and find themselves up 5-1 with 13:09 to go.
Yeah, Briercrest College, they have been a team that's been able to surprise a few other schools so far this year. And you know what? This just had the hallmarking of a trap game. You and I said this at the very beginning of the broadcast, and we said the SAIT Trojans are really going to have to keep in their head, play really sound hockey, and they've struggled a little bit tonight, but there are a lot of good positives to come out of tonight, though.
And of course, this Clippers team has shown that no matter what their record is, they are always a tough game, as they showed last year in the playoffs, coming in as the 6th seed, and they were able to knock off Red Deer in back-to-back games. Sheaves now from the point, just trying to find a lane towards the net. Clippers playing really well defensively. Puck now down low, picked up by Arsenault. Throws it up off the stick of Aitken.
Trojans just got to find a way to keep that puck in the zone, but a really good opportunity here for Clark.
Chance now for Clark. Falls to the stick of Huber. Big save by Coulter Pollock. Absolutely denying Huber from a great chance right at the top of the slot.
Yeah, that was an absolute beautiful opportunity. Pollock just, he has been on fire tonight. Absolutely gem.
A huge confidence boost for him, who in 2 games this year has had not necessarily the stats he would want, but this is definitely going to improve those, and he has been a huge reason why this game is at 5-1 right now. Cox trying to get onto the end of it, just can't corral it as the bounces continue to go the way of the Clippers. And now Casey has to go all the way back, slips up, turns it over, chance the other way, off the pipe and staying out, as it was Aitken trying to get his goal, but just denied by the post again. Another turnover, Aitken with a second chance. This time the shot's blocked. Possible chance the other way, but Sidaway is dragged down. It's gonna be a penalty, but a necessary penalty to take for the Clippers, as Dylan Clark was absolutely wide open the other way with a great, he would have had a breakaway going the other way.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal opportunity, and it doesn't appear that we are having a penalty. It was
must have been offside. I think we had the wrong call there. So
we were looking at the official and what we thought was the call for tripping, but I guess referees got together and changed their mind about something.
Yeah, I saw the player, the Trojan player, go down right at the blue line, and I assumed it was a trip, but it must have just been offside. So
yeah, we saw one player on top of another, and
either way, with 11:15 to go here, we're still at 5-on-5. Another turnover in the defensive end for the Trojans nearly leads to another scoring opportunity. Mackenzie Welke now plays it off the boards.
Trojans just really trying to find and battle and get away to get a little bit more in the zone. Just really, really trying everything they can right now.
Puck controlled by the Clippers. They send it out to center. Nice breakout pass. Able to find Weens. Puck falls to Granfeld. His shot way high of the net, and now we are battling down low in the corner. Puck finally freed by McAdam. Gets a stick into his body, able to control, and now it's Mackenzie Welke. He's pushed to the outside there by Kelly. As now Jenkins in on the forecheck, battling for that puck for the Trojans. As we hit the halfway point here in the third period, centering pass for Miller. He just can't get onto the end of it. And
yeah,
again,
that's
it's
always
just inches
so,
away.
so frustrating having to kind of do that skate of shame out of the zone and having to get reset. Ultimately trying to get something going right there, but just Briercrest doing just a really, really good job at that. As soon as Trojans are getting into the zone, making sure that it quickly goes out. That's something that we've seen the SAIT Trojans this year do such a good job at, is when teams get into their zone, so quickly getting it back out. And you know what? It's just been kind of felt like a little bit of the opposite here tonight, but we know this isn't the style of play the SAIT Trojans are accustomed to.
Yeah, Briercrest doing a really good job of pushing the Trojans to the outside, not giving them those lanes through the middle, and really just making life frustrating for the forwards of this Trojans team. As Carson Welke sends it down low, Williamson can't get onto the end of it, and the Clippers come the other way once again as Poncelet just gonna dump it long and deep, and Milgate gets to it first, throws it around the boards for Aiken.
One thing that I gotta say I've really liked out of Briercrest's game this far today is when they're going into the zone, they're forcing the Trojans inside and they're able to get outside. Kind of the opposite of what we were talking about with the SAIT Trojans, where they're forcing them outside, but once they get outside, they're able to move it and push it in there and start to slowly set things up.
Just a little bit ahead of the play there, and that's gonna be offside with just under 9 minutes to go here in the third. Of course, we're gonna, like we have said, we're gonna have the rematch tomorrow, 3:15, between the Clippers and the Trojans right here live on ACAC TV.
Not to mention that we are going to have these men's playing here at 3:15. Later in the night, getting closer to 7 o'clock, we will also have the SAIT women's team playing as well.
Yeah, they're gonna be taking on the Old College Broncos, who they just beat on Thursday night 6-3 in a very hard-fought game. Trojans women up to 2-2 on the season, having a great season so far. As that pass centering for Machado, but he just can't get a stick onto the end of it once again. Something we have said more than once tonight for this Trojans team. Those passes just not quite connecting at the last second.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not for a lack of effort either. Like, they are really, really trying. Again, one of the things that we talk about with these beautiful arenas here at WinSport, and we do have a penalty coming up here against Briercrest. One of the things that we do love or talk about with these beautiful WinSport arenas, they are very heavily used. They are cut up quite a bit. Obviously, they don't get a lot of time to flood and sit so everything can get calmed down. So it's a very bouncy surface. But let's see what these SAIT Trojans can do here on their upcoming power play.
Yeah, if they want
Good
any
job by
chance,
Shivas there to keep that one in.
Yeah, if they want any chance to stay in this game, they're gonna have to make this power play count and get one back.
Yeah,
Trenum
so the
gains
penalty
the
coming
zone.
on Jaden Little there. Don't know if we had mentioned that, but getting that one in there.
Shot from the point, loose puck, can't fire it home is Cox. Machado now leaves it for Shivas. Down low for Cox. Back to the top of the point, Machado. Able to find Trenum, leaves it for Machado once again. Shot tipped in front by Cox, but another good save by Pollock.
Yeah, so one thing that I've really liked so far on this power play, Trojans, they're moving around, they're getting players open, they're trying to spread everyone out there on the Briercrest defense. This is exactly what we need to see when you're on the power play. It's just slowing things down, moving everyone around, getting the open players, and just finding that shooting lane.
Minute 25 left to go here on the power play. Drowan goes all the way across to Jenkins. He can take a step in. Second opportunity. Still unable to find that goal are the Trojans. As Pollock again making the save. Drowan now drops it for Jenkins. Jenkins around one man. Centering pass from Welke. Second chance. Still unable to put away on the second chance was Sidaway. Drowan able to hold the zone though. 55 seconds left to go. Clark. Back to Drowan. They work it around nicely. Jenkins at the top of the circle. Centering pass. Steered aside by Ends, and it's fired all the way back down. But a good outlet pass, and Drowan brings it right back in. 35 seconds left to go. Drowan, slap shot, takes a deflection, loose puck. Pollock again gets his skate on it, and they're able to throw it the other end of the ice. And this Clippers penalty kill, once again, coming up huge. Hasn't always looked pretty, but it has been efficient. Scrambling, desperation defense coming through for the Clippers. Jenkins back into the zone. Casey, Jenkins goes all the way across. It's Shivas, back across to Jenkins on the one-timer. Hits the outside of the net.
A lot of positives on that power play.
Chance the other way though now. Dale goes all the way across. Little just out of the box. He has it taken away, and now a chance the other way. It's Casey. Driving to the net, centering pass. And another huge save by Coulter Pollock, excuse me. It was 6:14 to go. A back-breaking power play that does not lead to a goal for the Trojans.
And you know what? The SAIT Trojans on that power play, that was probably the best they had looked all night over a extended period of time. They were able to move it around. They were able to find key players. They were really putting Briercrest on the back foot there. I really want to see them continue this over this 5-on-5, because if they can start to do that, they can go into tomorrow's game with a lot more confidence. And yeah, that is what they need to do a little bit more here on the 5-on-5.
6 minutes to go here as that puck is thrown down. Shivas gets onto the end of it, leaves it for Miller. Forecheck of the Clippers again, making life difficult in the Trojans' zone. But it's finally popped free, and it's going to be Miller who's going to gain the zone. Miller knocked off the puck by Kelly, and then he's driven into the boards by him. But he stays on the play. McAdam now, backhand, back to Miller. Can't get the shot away. Good offensive pressure again. Shivas down low. And McAdam is going to lose that one. It's going to be sent to the other end of the ice with 5:22 to go. Of course, we hope you're enjoying the show here on ACAC TV. You know, Brendan and I, we don't try to brag, but we're very proud of being a part of this great broadcast news program here at SAIT. As Trenum drives to the net, second chance, and it's fired home. It appeared to be Brandon Machado as Brent Trenum drives the net. Machado gets the goal, his third in 2 games, and a little bit of a flicker of hope here for the Trojans with 5:04 to go, now down 3.
Yeah, that is exactly what they needed. Again, this was a little bit more of a greasier goal, but you are going to take those 100 out of 100 times, and that puts us down to a 2-5 game. And Machado, the leader of points in the ACAC, we knew he was going to pop up on the scoreboard at some point tonight, and he does, getting his 5th goal of the year, putting him up to 17 total points.
And of course, before Brandon Machado so rudely interrupted me with that brilliant goal for the Trojans, we were just talking about how proud we are to be part of this SAIT broadcast news program, especially with the TV students as well. And just what a show I think we've put on. I'm really proud of the work that we're doing, and a big shout out to Telly, Irene, Dulce, and everyone else back at SAIT Studios who's put together a great show.
Yeah, if anything tonight, you and I have had the easiest job here tonight. All we get to do is talking to a microphone, but everyone else around us does such an amazing job. Rob, our producer, everyone, we just want to say a big round of applause on tonight's excellent, excellent broadcast.
4:27 here left to go. Shots
definitely getting a little bit more even here, 29-28. We entered the period at 23-20, and it kind of felt like Briercrest was running away with it a little bit, but Trojans doing a much better job of getting this back here. Cox looking like he was trying to get the puck on that play, but just couldn't quite get it from Welke. But
Yep.
now Carson Welke back with it. But
Yeah, Welke the other way. Turns it over as he falls. Weeb now throws that one towards the goal. And now back on the forecheck are the Clippers, who once again, after giving up a goal, doing a good job of just trying to take that momentum back. As we got both the Welke brothers out there with Zach Cox. That one takes a deflection and goes into the bench with 3:45 to go.
Yeah, you definitely know the Welkies are looking to try to get a little bit more chemistry. Haven't been playing on the same line over these last couple of games. Nice to see them back on the line together. Obviously, last year, when both of these guys were freshmen with Huber, that lineup together was just so dangerous. Hasn't necessarily been that same this year, but you know, they've been able to continue to grow and develop and continue to build their games. Obviously, both brothers having letters on their sweater, with Mackenzie being the captain and Carson being an assistant.
Yeah, very well earned there for the Twins. As Clark now, he has a shot. He fires that one high and wide. And now it's going to be Thashuska coming the other way. As he tried to just dump it in. It looks like it went off the helmet of Mark Drohan, but it still went down low as Thashuska picks up off that turnover, just fires it towards the goal. Billis doing a good job to just recognize it at the last second.
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that shot to come his way.
Loose puck. Clark just can't put it home. And then Aikens with a nice play, getting a stick in the lane and breaking up that pass. And
obviously, we've been talking quite a bit about the brother tandem of Carson and Mackenzie, but they also have a third brother on the team in Spencer Welke, who is a goaltender here in today's game. And he has had a fairly good start to the year. First game of the year, putting up a shutout, which obviously your first game in the ACAC, first time playing as a student athlete, you love to have the ability to put out a shutout. All three brothers living together, so you know they're gonna have a ton of chemistry, and you love playing with them.
Yeah, and of course during that second intermission, we got to see the fun side of the Welke brothers there as they played a little game there with our TV crew. Is that long breakout pass looking for McAdam, who just trying to play at that blue line a little bit as they're trying to get something going offensively. Any opportunities they can here late in the game with 2:15 to go. That one's turned over and sent back the other way. And all the credit in the world to Briercrest tonight, coming into this one, putting up a picture-perfect road performance, just trying to take the crowd out of this one. But that one is fired home, as gaining the zone is Chase Miller, and he absolutely wires that one into the top corner. And with 1:55 to go,
we have ourselves a hockey game here, Brett. Chase Miller getting his third goal of the year, 5th point. And again, something that you and I love to do is put that commentator curse right as you were about to say. We could be looking at the end of this game. Chase Miller must have heard us and said, hold on, fellas, we're not out of this just yet.
Bit of a blink and you'll miss it moment there as McAdam just fires it towards the goal and it finds a home. Trojans now with something of an opportunity here inside of 2 minutes to go. Machado does a good job to get back, but then on the second attempt, Briercrest is gonna slam the door shut on the comeback opportunity.
Yeah, Zach Ashworth there. He just came in with a lot of speed and just had a perfect shot there. Maybe the Clippers heard us saying, no, we're not quite out of this yet. And of course, one thing that you and I, as soon as we're on a broadcast together, love to do is throw that classic commentator curse on there.
Well, if there's anything we're going to take away from this game is that tomorrow in the rematch, we're going to have a very exciting contest between two really good teams. As the Clippers now make it 6-3 with 1.5 minutes to go. And for the Trojans, it's going to be back to the drawing board here tonight and a quick turnaround as they are, like we said, back at it. We're going to have the post-game show here coming up right as soon as we are done here back at SAIT Studios with Tully and the crew are going to be having a bit of a post-game wrap-up here.
Yeah, they've been just doing an absolute excellent job there in the studio. You know, again, like what we're saying, we're so happy to be part of such a phenomenal program that allows us to do such a great job with these productions. Great job to everyone in the studio. Great job to everyone, you know, in the back end of things, making us sound and look so great.
Yeah, even with the camera work here tonight, making us look good with the lighting, and it's not an easy task making you and I look good on camera, but they found a way, I think. So
yeah, they found a perfect way to make sure my head wasn't too shiny, and you got to be really happy about that one.
Final minute of play here at Winsport. Briercrest going to improve to 4-5 on the season with a very impressive road victory, but not before taking an extra penalty here late, as it's going to be number 15, Colton Akins, going into the box. And both teams with a few words here at the end of the game. Frustrations building high, obviously, for both teams. SAIT to come away without the win tonight, and for Briercrest having to make the long trip here from Saskatchewan. So I feel like both teams are going to be very happy to just head to bed, regroup, and do this again tomorrow.
Yeah, you know for one thing that the SAIT Trojans, they're going to be looking at this, and it looks like we're going to have 2 Briercrest players jumping into the box. That one is actually going to be number 11, Regan Pollock, goal scorer from earlier here in today's game. And yeah, definitely both of these teams looking to kind of settle this one down. Trojans going to be going back tonight going, how do we make sure that we play the game that we know that we can play tomorrow? Because again, less than 24 hours against playing with each other. We don't want the tensions to get too high, especially here late. And we are having a player being sent early to the showers. That's Pollock.
Yeah, Regan Poncelet, they're going to get an early opportunity to hit the showers tonight. Face-off controlled by the Trojans. It's Skeeves on the 5-on-3. It's tipped towards the goal, scrambled. Trojans can't fire it home. It's now Miller, going to drop it for Sheaves. For Sidaway. Sidaway's shot blocked by Enns. And for Campbell Enns, a great, fantastic defensive game. Like I mentioned earlier, Enns from my dad's hometown of Carmen, Saskatchewan. And I know my dad's watching tonight, so hi, Dad, and shout out to Carmen.
How many people from that town there, Brett?
I'd have to check with my dad, but it's not a lot.
Both of our dads coming from very small towns. Obviously, you're from Saskatchewan, from Alberta. So, yeah, both of us know that small town lifestyle.
24.6 seconds to go.
You know SAIT would love to absolutely put a goal here late. Just
She's
build
with the
a little
slap
bit
shot.
of confidence late in this game. Unless something miraculous happens and we get 3 goals by the SAIT Trojans here with 19.1 seconds remaining, that would be quite the turnaround. But if they can put a goal up here on this power play, you know they're going to be leaving here with a little bit more confidence and something to smile about exiting today's game.
Face-off won by the Clippers. They're able to send it all the way down to the other end of the ice. And with 8 seconds left, that is just about going to do it here. Breakout pass, Sidaway, unable to get onto the end of that one. And time is going to run out here on the Trojans as Coulter Pollock gets 1 extra save just for good measure. And that is going to do it here at Winsport. The Briercrest Clippers come into Calgary tonight and pick up a huge 6-3 victory on the road. Trojans going to fall to 7-4 now on the season. And it's going to be very key for them to try and come back tomorrow and get that win back and split the home and, I guess not the home and home, the back-to-back.
Yeah, and again, when you are going into a very long extended break where you're not going to be playing for almost a month and a half, you don't want to leave that extended break going into back-to-back losses. So you know they're going to be really coming out here on a high note.
And for the Briercrest Clippers. It's going to be Jake Dale, the Calgary boy, picking up 3 points on the game and winning player of the game.
Yeah, he was absolutely phenomenal. And Tanner Sidaway for the SAIT Trojans getting the other player of the game. Both boys were just all over the ice tonight, doing really, really good job, and both very deserving of it.
Absolutely. And of course, like we said, we're going to be doing this all over again. 3:15 tomorrow, right here at Winsport. The Briercrest Clippers are going to be taking on the SAIT Trojans for the second day in a row in the first half of a doubleheader right here on ACAC TV. Is we're going to have the SAIT Trojans women's hockey team taking on the Olds College Broncos in the nightcap right here. Lots of Trojans action going on tonight, this weekend, excuse me, as we're also going to see Trojans taking on the UAA Vikings in back-to-back volleyball action tomorrow. Jam-packed weekend here if you are a SAIT Trojans athletics fan.
Yeah, a lot of really, really exciting matchups. Obviously the volleyball, both really good teams playing there, and a couple of good games here tomorrow for hockey.
That is all we have got for you here tonight at Winsport. Once again, the final score, your SAIT Trojans 3, Briercrest Clippers 6. We are going to send it back to the post-game show live at SAIT Studios. I've been joined by Brendan Donald.
Thank you to Brendan and Brett for being on the call for that game. It was a very exciting third period. I think the big story of the night is the upset from Briercrest College. They played a great game.
Yeah, it got intense over the last 5 minutes of the game.
Last 5 minutes, yes. Like second goal by Trojans with 5 minutes left, and then the next goal by Clippers with like 1 minute and 55 left. And after that, a couple of seconds after, literally, is the 6th goal for Clippers.
Yeah. And like Brandon Machado, this would be his 17th point to the game, like throughout the entire season. And yeah, he's still leading, that's for sure. And the players of the game, wow, like Jake Dale from the Clippers and Tanner Sidaway for our team. I can tell Sidaway is really aggressive tonight.
Right. That's not the outcome we wanted, but it's the outcome we get. Tomorrow's another day, Unfortunately, we won't be here to offer the show, but we will be back next week. Before we close up our show, I just wanted to say our special thanks to Coach Drader, Zach Huber, and the Welke boys for giving us their time and insights. It really helps us to get to know them better. So yes, as we were saying, that was quite a game. So remember to tune in tomorrow to the ACAC tomorrow night for volleyball and men's and women's hockey live on ACAC TV. So we will leave you tonight with highlights of all the goals that were scored tonight, and thank you for joining us. And good night, everyone.
Total of 14 points this year, 4 goals, 12 assists.
As that goal gets sent past below us, I don't believe he saw it coming. And just like that, a minute 37 into the first period, and the Briercrest Clippers take the early 1-0 lead. It's the other way, comes Dale and the Clippers, centering pass. And Thashuska on the one-timer from the slot is able to fire it home. They play 2 either at home or on the road as Weeb right in front, fires it, bar down. Trojans a little bit out of position, and it is going to be the leading scorer of the Clippers, Curtis Weeb.
Pretty much only about 16 shots, doing a really
Sidaway
good job.
with the shot, and it sneaks through, and he scores! Tanner Sidaway finally cracks the puzzle that is Colton Pollock and gets on the board with a minute 45 left to go in the third.
Yeah, nice little Saturday afternoon game, 3:15 start time. And then
as that shot from the point right off the faceoff eludes Billis as he finds the top corner. And once again, the Clippers extend the lead to 3 as that is Regan Poncelet. Carson Welke a little bit shaken up behind the play, gonna try to stay in it.
Yeah, he's struggling right now.
Centering pass, and it falls to the stick of Pellerin. And Alex Pellerin with the potential dagger in this one. Broadcast news program here at SAIT as Trenum drives to the net. Second chance, and it's fired home. It appeared to be Brandon Machado just trying to take the crowd out of this one. But that one is fired home as gaining the zone is Chase Miller. And he absolutely wires that one into the top corner. Inside of 2 minutes to go. Machado does a good job to get back, but then on the second attempt, Briercrest is gonna slam the door shut on the comeback opportunity.